Why is knowledge management so popular right now? Well, because this is the age of information, of course. The internet is this super highway of, then the internet is this giant pipe carrying data all day, everywhere. This is the age of information overload, where there are so many books that we don't have time to even read the titles. What? You see, before the printing press, it took ages to get a book transcribed, and people didn't even enjoy doing that. But now, in the roaring 1500s, you could just print a book. So, what we call overload, they called the book flood. Thankfully, one man made it his life mission to save us from the storm. Konrad Gessner was one of those Renaissance people who did everything. Born in 1516 in Zurich, he would become a doctor, a biologist, a botanist, zoologist, philologist, and a bibliographer. It's in this last role that at the age of 25, he took on one of the largest knowledge organization jobs of the 16th century, the Bibliotheca Universalis. What is it? No big deal. Only a list of all books ever written, each with their complete bibliographical information, plus a summary. Not only that, but in the second volume, he would make a list of all known topics, and for each topic, he would direct you to the book on the subject. He's been called the father of bibliography, but I think he's also at least one of the top 3 people in knowledge management. This man, without any help, read, summarized, and organized the content of 12,000 books in 4 years. I think we could learn something from him. So, how did he do it? He tells us that really, there's only 4 steps. When reading, everything of importance and whatever appears useful should be copied onto a good sheet of paper. Then, a new line should be used for every idea. Cut out everything you have copied with a pair of scissors. Arrange the slips as you desire. Lastly, as soon as the desired order is produced, arranged, and sorted on tables or in small boxes, it should be fixed or copied directly. This, right here, is the earliest known description of a way to organize information one has retrieved from books, ever. So, what can we take from this? Well, Gessner took literature notes, or in general, notes of anything important. He boiled them down and split them by idea. Then, he fixed them back together when it was time to produce. Sounds familiar? Well, he says that this is quite literally all there was to it. It's hard to underestimate just how effective this method was for him. With it, he was able to boil down an average of 8.2 books per day. A detail I find interesting is the way these paper slips would be put back together for storage back then. Nowadays, you would probably just keep them in a folder on your computer and that's it. But Gessner recommended keeping your notes in this, so that they themselves would form a book of paper slips, a Zettelbuch. Later, when you needed to rearrange the slips, be it to form new ideas, write literature, or give a lecture, you would take them out and put them into something like this. There was no need to glue them, as those metal rails would keep the slips in place. It's very possible that someone might want to use such a device even now, to write or to teach, and to keep all of the ideas they're working on in front of them, in full view. I love this. This goes to show that after all, the slipbox method, or methods similar to it, which are very much in vogue now, really have been around for centuries. See you next time.